Hi guys, it's Chris at the Ultimate Recycler. Today we're going to do another pallet repurposing project. Now, I haven't done one for a long time. I did one when I first started this channel on a compost bin or a raised garden bed, and it was very well received. So now we're going to do a quick upcycle of this pallet, just a single pallet. So if you find one with an odd number of boards, we're actually going to take out every second board, and we're going to make a vertical herb garden for a small courtyard, or if you don't have a lot of room in your garden. Even if you've got a big garden, they're just really cool around the fence. Grow your herbs, grow strawberries, whatever you like. I'll show you how to do it. So as I mentioned, we're going to pull out every second board. Some of these pallets come apart very easily. Some put up a real fight. So I think we're just lucky with this one. And the nails are pulling out well too. If they stay in there, we're going to have to take the nails out. But this pallet's behaving itself. I find they're worse if they've been wet for a while, because the nails tend to go rusty and then they won't pull out of the timber. So 1, 2, just one more to go. Doesn't really matter if these boards break, because I've actually got plenty of others to use. Or we could use other scrap timber. Now there's a couple of nails left in here. Take that one out. And this one here. So that's that part of the job done. We'll spin the pallet over and put a couple of boards back on. Okay, so we've got the pallet tipped over. I've picked out the best 2 boards out of the 3 that we took off. And all we need to do now is to line them up with the boards on the other side and basically just attach them. So I've saved some of the better nails that I pulled out. I like to reuse the nails if I can. And the other thing I'm going to do is drill the ends. Because this pallet timber is very prone to splitting at the ends. So I usually drill new holes, and it just helps the boards being attached more firmly. So we'll hammer a few nails in now. It isn't really precise carpentry, it's just a matter of getting them straight and lined up with the other side. So we've sped this up a bit to save a bit of time, and I'll drill this other one as well. Finish hammering this up. And there we have it, it's taking shape, almost ready. All we have to do now is the one board we didn't use before, just happens to fit snugly in the cavity there. It's actually pretty much the same width as the rails. So I'll cut this, I'll get 2 sections out of this. I'll have to find some other boards for the other ones, but basically all we need to do is put a floor in each section, and job's done, we can set it up. Okay, we've cut this board. It should tap in here nicely. Beautiful snug fit, and we'll just put a few nails here to hold her in. And that'll give that a floor. We'll do the same for the other side, and we'll continue to do the rest of the pallet. And then all we need to do is fill it with dirt. So here's our finished herb garden. As you can see, I just basically put a floor in each of the cavities. Very simple carpentry project. You don't need to be overly experienced, and it's come up really well. It gives a fair area to fill with dirt, so that's going to make good little garden beds. You can line them if you wish to. Certainly the timber will last longer if you do line them with a plastic or some sort of garden matting, but I don't bother. And you know what, these pallets are free, or if you can't find them for free in your local area, you're really not trying hard enough. You could use scrap timber to put the floors in, and I see no reason to add plastic to something that is pretty well environmentally sound. and I think really unnecessary. So this thing will last for quite a few years just as it is. And if I just flick around here, here's one I made about 18 months ago, and I've now got strawberries growing in this one. I planted these about a month ago. Previous to these strawberries, we had herbs in this. We had fennel and parsley and I think a little bit of rosemary, and that grew happily for 12 months or so. And then I dug it out recently, and as I said, about a month ago I put these strawberries in. They're just runners that I've clipped off from a strawberry patch, and they've all kicked on nicely. Unfortunately, we're into the winter months here, and they're kind of a bit dormant. I was hoping to show you beautiful lush strawberry plants with nice big red strawberries hanging over the sides, but that's probably not going to happen until spring now. If you want to see that in a few months, check out my Facebook page, The Ultimate Recycler, and I'll post a photo on there. So there you go, a great little project. All I've done is set it on bricks just to keep it out of the dirt, and I've just put some screws through the galvanised iron from the other side to hold it on the fence, and it makes a nice, secure, beautiful little vertical garden that can be a feature in a courtyard, or just to break up your plain boring tin fence. So hope you've enjoyed that project. Doesn't get much simpler if you can't make that in about half an hour, and if you can't find your materials for free, as I said, you're really not trying hard enough. So hope you enjoyed it. Please subscribe to my channel if you like my projects. Give me some ideas, and I'm happy to develop more items for you, and we'll see where we go. Thanks for watching. Bye.